Welcome everyone to the Hot Sauce number 187, presented live on Friday, February 10th. The Hot Sauce is the longest running news show in the EOS ecosystem and the only place where you can get all the weekly EOS news and updates in less than 25 minutes. My name is Stephane. I'm one of the co-founders of EOS Nation. We're one of the top block producers in the game, and I'm excited to be your host for today. We got great updates for you today. ENF joins the Blockchain Game Alliance. Savings MSIG is approved. Trimbot on IBC. Pomelo Season 5 dates officially announced. We got a Defibox annual report to go over, and EOS being featured in the Bitcoinist publication. So let's jump right into it. ENF joins the Blockchain Game Alliance. So here we can see a tweet from the ENF announcing that just a few days ago. Blockchain Gaming Alliance is an organization committed to promoting blockchain within the game industry. Here we can see also a tweet from the Blockchain Game Alliance saying that they're proud to announce that the EOS Network Foundation as a new sponsor. The EOS Network Foundation is a force for positive global chain, charting a coordinated future for the EOS network through decentralization and community. Absolutely. So for those of you who may not be familiar with the Blockchain Game Alliance, let me talk a bit more about it. So it's a not-for-profit organization. It's actually been in existence for 5 years now and comprises 500 global members from 50 different countries. Its mission is to spread awareness about blockchain adoption, to accelerate adoption, to foster new ways to create, publish, and play. It wants to build a strong community to provide inclusive and open platform to share knowledge and collaboration. The main areas of focus for the Blockchain Game Alliance includes networking, research and reporting, and being a large advocate for blockchain in the gaming industry. So this is very exciting. Of course, GameFi is a trending topic these days in the blockchain world. I suspect that GameFi will be one of the leading narratives in the next crypto bull run. We had DeFi a few years ago. We had NFTs after that. In my opinion, it makes sense that GameFi is the next big thing. So this is great to see that the EOS Network Foundation is joining the Blockchain Game Alliance. So if we go check out the website here, let's go scroll through the members of the Blockchain Game Alliance, starting with the gold sponsors. We've got Ubisoft, big name, of course, AMD, Galaxy, a bunch of names I don't recognize, but a bunch I do, like DAP Radar. What else do we have up here? We've got all sorts of companies, which is great. Binance, NFT in there, Mythical Gaming, creators of Blankos, Immutable, very popular blockchain games, Decentral Games. Oh, look at that. We got Wax in there, of course, and all sorts of other members. Who else do we see here that we recognize? There's a bunch. I'm not going to go scroll through all of them. As far as silver sponsors, which is the level that the ENF has joined this alliance. We've got Animoca Brands, huge player in both traditional gaming and blockchain. We've got Non-Fungible, very popular. What else do we have here? There's a bunch. Hey, Gems. That's not us, but still nice to see that. Who else we have? I know Atomic Hub is in there, and a bunch of others. Some that I don't recognize, some that I do. And then here, finally, the latest edition, the EOS Network Foundation. Why is the logo so small? It is a known issue. ENF is working with the Blockchain Game Alliance to fix this. So that's very interesting. If you want to learn more about all of this, of course, all the links are in the show notes below, so you can get in there and check it out. Also, if you want to hear more about Blockchain Game Alliance, Julie from the ENF, who's been working on this file for the ENF, came on the fireside this week and talked to us about that. So you can check out the fireside from this week for more information. All right, as always, we appreciate you guys sharing the hot sauce. Retweet us, like, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. Join the Bounty Block contest. We run those every week. bblk.io/EOS Nation. Get in there, do a retweet, earn some fun Party Cracker NFT prizes. And let's give a quick shout out to the chat. Catherine and Andrew, Bywire, what's up? Spamming those emojis, love it. All right, let's move on to our next topic. We've got a savings MSIG that was approved. So here's the actual MSIG on chain for those of you who want to go check it out. Basically, what this MSIG does, it allows at a base layer, at the network base layer, it allows more options to distribute inflation to various organizations. So right now, all of the before this, all of the inflation was either directed to the block producers for their, for those block producers who earn rewards for securing the network, processing transactions and all that. And then everything else was going to the savings account. Now that portion that goes to the savings account can be automatically redistributed to a variety of organizations. So right now, so before this, the ENF, which has tremendous support from the community, from the consensus of the top block producers right now, to continue to invest in the community, in the network, growing the protocol, growing awareness of EOS, all of that good stuff. They had to continually ask for the block producers, hey, let's transfer some more funds over from the savings to their grant account. Block producers need to approve that MSIG, etc. So now this process has been automated. So now it's going to streamline. It's going to be easier for the network to allocate the funding to the ENF. Other organizations could also be added to earn a share of this inflation. For example, perhaps the Yield Plus program would be able to get some inflation allocated to it on a more permanent level. So the Yield Plus program was recently topped up with an extra 300,000 EOS, which is given to participants in DeFi protocols on the EOS network. And so when that runs low, there's a new transaction that needs to be approved by the block producers. Maybe the block producers would like to just approve a certain amount over time. So that's just one example of how this new contract, system level contract, could be applied. So to recap, in 531 days since the first source of funds to establish a foundation were approved, the ENF has proven itself to not just be a formidable steward of the EOS network, but it has now also been showcased on-chain through the current means of consensus that the ENF is also an essential component to the network. Absolutely, ENF is doing great work. It's no surprise. We're a big fan of all the great work that they're doing. And this is basically allows more certainty and continuity for the ENF to continue to do the great work. So hopefully investors who are looking to invest in the EOS network are going to be pleased to know that the ENF's funding is more reliable, in the long term. This may come into play with the new EOS network ventures that was announced a couple of months ago, where the ENF is trying to recruit other large liquidity providers to join that EOS network ventures. Maybe those providers are going to be more confident in joining, knowing that the ENF has such strong consensus on its funding. All right, moving on to our next topic. Actually here quickly, we've got a thread tweet by Yves Larose, CEO of the EOS Network Foundation, describing what went on with this proposed MSIG. And for those of you who want to go dig deep into the technical details, what exactly is this contract all about? You can see that stuff right here. So again, the links are down below if you want to go check it out. All right, so IBC, the new era of collaboration. IBC is a game changer, inter-blockchain communication. We've been talking a lot about it in the recent weeks because it is a huge deal, right? So Trimbot here, a very popular EOS influencer, he took a break over the holidays, kind of disappeared for a month. He's back in the game. He's got his Substack. I encourage you guys to go check it out. He's got other articles outside of this one. This is the latest article. And he says, and he basically in this article highlights how tribalism in crypto is a very real thing. a lot of networks feel that in order for them to succeed, they need to attract applications and users from other networks. We had a taste of that within the Antelope ecosystem with EOS and Telos and Wax, kind of sometimes, being tribalistic and maybe not always positive towards the other networks. However, now that Antelope IBC is launched, it really connects these networks and it makes this tribalism irrelevant, because now an application on EOS or UX network and eventually Telos and Wax can easily communicate with these other networks. And so you don't need to steal users or apps to your network. You just open the door, and from wherever the users are, they can interact with your applications, with your network. Obviously, this is very early days for IBC on Antelope chains, but this is the future where we're building towards. This is a cool article by Trimbot about that, and might as well give it a little shout out to the other articles that Trimbot has published recently. As you can see here, he came back in the game on January 24th with Trimbot's thoughts. Then he talked about blockchain mythos, how stories shape the decentralized revolution, liquidity and TVL, why EOS DeFi is growing, tokenization, the future of digital assets, and finally, the new era of collaboration. IBC is a game changer. Absolutely. All right. And I think we mentioned this before, but those of you who are looking to learn more about IBC on Antelope, definitely check out this Everything EOS podcast on the EOS Network YouTube channel. An hour, 30 minutes with some of the top minds in the Antelope ecosystem discussing how this IBC, trustless IBC, works on the Antelope chains. All right, and now moving on to Pomelo season 5. Applications open on February 22nd. That's in 12 days from now. Get your applications ready. Here's some key dates for you. Applications are open from Feb 22nd to March 15th. Donations open on March 1st. They last for 3 weeks as always. And then of course, after that, we've got the analysis and fund distribution period. Talking about fund distribution, any grant from season 4 can now claim their matching allocation from Pomelo. So here we can see the claim.pomelo account on the Block Explorer, and you can see various grants, successful grants, claiming their allocation of EOS. So we can see that's, some of these were claimed just a few hours ago. The claims opened just a few days ago. So if you're a grant owner on Pomelo, you got some EOS waiting for you to get claimed so you can build the projects that you love. If you're new to Pomelo, you've never claimed before, maybe you're not sure exactly how to do it, very easy. You go to pomelo.io, you go to the top right here, you click on your settings, and then you scroll down to your claim fund section, and then you can see here, the hot sauce has had 2 successful grants on Pomelo. Thank you very much to everyone who's supported this show by donating through Pomelo. Without you guys, we couldn't be here delivering the great EOS news on YouTube every week like we like to do. So here we can see, season 3, we got 4,000 EOS. That's great. Season 4, 11,000 EOS. That's great. It is really great to see the amount of support we got last season. We ranked 9th in terms of total matching amount, which is amazing, exceeded our expectations. And we ranked number 1 in terms of number of unique contributors. I think we had 108 different people contribute to our grant. So thank you very much for that. And finally, quick final note on Pomelo. If you're thinking of proposing a grant, if you're not sure exactly what Pomelo is all about, check out our Medium page. There's a ton of great articles, chronicles of Pomelo, talking about the NFT adventure that's going on. Pomelo season 4 analysis, talking about the analysis that went on for season 4. How to promote your grant, what are collections, what are the rules of Pomelo, some new features that were introduced last season, what are the Pomelo pitch sessions, your guide to a clear and direct Pomelo grant, that's tips on how to write a grant. So there's tons of great content there, and we want to enable our community to create open public goods for EOS, for the Antelope ecosystem, and come on over and join us for season 5. All right, next up, we've got the Defibox annual report. So nothing too long here. A lot of great visualization, though, of some of the successes that Defibox, one of the leading DeFi protocols on EOS, had in 2022. So we can see here some transaction data denominated in USD, which of course we'll see earlier in the year when all of the crypto market was still very high. That's when we'll see our highest numbers in terms of USD valuations. The most surprising number for me, actually, the most impressive number that I saw in this report was the amount of Box holders there are. Over 25,000 accounts are holding Box tokens. That's amazing. So it just shows how widespread the support for Defibox is, and how, you know, a testament to the user experience of using Defibox. Super smooth, no transactions fees, of course, thanks to EOS. You can deposit small amounts of money. You don't need to worry about getting massive gas fees wrecking your APY, and it shows in the amount of Box holders that there are. It goes over their 2022 roadmap, the things that they accomplished, and then they talk a bit about their influence. Defibox is a leading DeFi on EOS. They're an important partner of the EOS Network Foundation. All 5 different protocols of Defibox are receiving Yield Plus rewards from the Yield Plus program. These include the swap, the USN stable token, the lend, also newer protocols such as Balance, which allows you to swap between stable coins, and Vault, which were launched in the year. So all of those have reached the minimum TVL requirement to qualify for the Yield Plus program, which is 200,000 EOS in EOS and USDT equivalent. Promotion, of course, the promotion game from Defibox, very strong, had 46 events last year. They celebrated their 2nd anniversary. There was a Vault staking challenge. There's a lot of marketing events on Wax as well. They expanded to Wax, which is great. And over 23 media promotions. In terms of community, 20,000 followers on Twitter. That's amazing. Telegram, very active as well, covering 16 different countries in their Telegram group. There's also the new Defibox DAO. So the Defibox Improvement Protocol 46 introduced the 2nd Defibox election. Congratulations to those who were elected there. And also DIP 47, which sent 45% of the protocol revenue to buy back some boxes and then burn the boxes, which has led to fairly significant appreciation in the Box EOS ratio for the price of Box over the last, I don't know, something like 6 months. So all in all, great stuff from Defibox. I'm a user of Defibox. It's actually the only DeFi protocol I'm currently involved in crypto right now. And I'm very happy to hang out in there, earn some rewards, and knowing that, you know, Defibox is taking advantage of the Yield Plus program. So my rewards are boosted because of that, and also is protected by the Recover Plus program. So all things that, and you know, that lead to a great year for Defibox in 2022, and also a great year for EOS DeFi in general. And as we've mentioned in previous episodes, compared to other layer 1 DeFis, DeFi on EOS has gained significantly more TVL than competing layer 1s, which proves the effectiveness of this Yield Plus program. All right, wrapping up the show with our last story, little tip of the hat to EOS being featured in the Bitcoinist publication. This is a very big crypto publication. The reinvention of the EOS and blockchain platform win Web3 arms race. And then, you know, it starts with a nice quote here. Few could have predicted a year ago that EOS might one day play a key role in the future of Web3, but a lot can change in 12 months, and a lot certainly has changed. So this is a nice article. I imagine those of you who are regular listeners to the Hot Sauce or the Fireside, probably not going to learn anything new in here, but a lot of other people from the crypto space are being exposed to EOS through this article. So that's great. All right, and that's going to wrap it up for us today. Top 9 spots for cross-country skiing in Quebec. Why is that on the agenda today? Well, it's because I'm going on vacation next week. So there's not going to be a hot sauce next week. We're taking a 1 week break, but I'm going to be back in 2 weeks. And I hope to go out and do some cross-country skiing this week. So thank you everyone for joining. And well, on that note, time for me to go skiing. See you in 2 weeks, guys.